commute can be a frustrating part of modern-day life, but in the future, could driverless cars or, stay with me here, jet-propelled backpacks be the way to travel? Well, students at Leeds City College have been given a glimpse into the future to see how our roads could be less congested. They also got to meet a real-life rocket man. Ian White reports.
All you need is a few hundred gallons of liquid hydrogen, nerves just as cool, and you really can go up in the world. Straight up.
For decades, we've been told this is how we'll all travel one day. But it's never caught on. Human flight technology has come a long way since the 1960s, and today students at Leeds City College gave up their lunch break to see a real-life rocket man in action.
I was a bit sceptical as to how it would be, but it was actually really good. It was so smooth, and even the landing was effortless. It reminded me of a plane, when you go to plane, the airplanes, the heat it comes off as well, the noise.
It was pretty crazy, really. I'm hoping one day it's something you can, just get your own bargains, just strap it on, go to Alfred's, buy it, and then just strap it on and just go to work or something like that.
Today's demo was part of the Leeds Digital Festival. This glimpse of the future being used to spark ideas and creativity among students.
I'll admit it's a very unusual thing to see, a human being moving around like this, and yes, if it just broadens their mind slightly more than usual, then that's our job done.
See it happening, and it's not on a computer screen, and actually in real life is fantastic, and students are just buzzing, and let's see where it takes them in terms of their ideas for projects and things that happen between now and the end of the year.
Also on show today, one of the first driverless cars. This four-seater pod is already being piloted in other parts of the country. One day soon, these could be the solution to congested roads and the way we all get from A to B. A lot cleaner and safer than the jetpack. Now, what about the environment? Because it was giving off some really strong fumes there, wasn't it, what you're doing? So is it good for the environment or not?
No, I can't claim this was designed to save the environment, no. However, you could run it on biodiesel quite happily. It runs on diesel as well as jet fuel. But also we are building an electric version of this, and we are imagining that's going to gradually overtake this, so then you can generate the power wherever you like.
Travelling like this would certainly help you avoid the traffic jams. But if the past is anything to go by, most of us are more likely to be commuting on the ground. Ian White, BBC Look North, Leeds.
Well, Professor Adam Beaumont is the head of a technology company involved in today's event. I asked him what scope there was for some of this new transport technology to make a difference in Leeds.
Well, I think Leeds is quite unusual. I base my business on the South Bank of Leeds. The South Bank is ex-industrial. There's a lot of land which is ripe for development, so it's a blank canvas and an opportunity to start to embrace some of this new technology and to trial safely things like autonomous vehicles without mixing them with other traffic, for example.
And what sort of impact could that have, for a city such as Leeds, which does suffer from congestion and traffic problems?
The opportunities lie in embracing technologies such as 5G. So the next rollout of mobile technology will be around faster in terms of speed, but faster in terms of shortest path networks. Those will allow fast decision making and coordinate autonomous vehicles so they can all work in concert with each other, so they can flow more easily in and out of cities, and they can be aware of other pieces of transport, like they can be aware of transport like trains, so they'll get you to the train before the train leaves, so everything will be a bit more joined up.
Now, be completely honest, the jet suit we saw in Ian's piece, is that a realistic glimpse of what travel might look like in the future, or is it just an eye-catching gimmick?
So, as it stands at the moment, it's certainly not something you could use to commute to the shops. But what we wanted to do was we wanted to show students at the college a glimpse of tomorrow being much nearer than they thought. So when they're making their career choices, they can see that this kind of technology actually exists. So not only showing them driverless cars, but actually allowing them to make that extra leap. So looking at what Richard's done with his team at Gravity in creating a jet suit and a human-machine interaction to do what you saw today.
That was Professor Adam Beaumont talking to me earlier.